Grand Rising Navigators. I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and it was relaxing and mellow, right? In all fairness, I think that's what this weekend truly did deserve. We are going to talk in this video about this upcoming week. However, we're also going to talk about the month of February. This is going to be a really interesting energy because we're going from one classroom to another. We're going from one grade to another, from one school to another. However you want to analogize it, it is a huge change. And I get it. It's hard to feel this change right now because the leftover energy, the ending of this cycle is so stagnant. It's such a stagnant energy. It's sticky. It's clingy. It does not want to leave. So this weekend, this past weekend, you may have felt this need to just be comfortable, to just relax and tune out for just a moment. And I have to explain to you that this is okay. The entire point of all of this, the whole spirituality thing, is you're not broken. Nobody's broken, okay? The whole point of this is to dive deeper into those parts of yourself that you didn't know existed and to highlight them, to let them thrive, water your garden. It's very strange to me because I feel that if we all heal on an individual level, that this is what's going to help bring about this change, this positive change into our world. But it's very strange to me because I went through my numbers the whole background scene of the channel. And I don't often do that because when the message strikes, the message strikes. I'm not about the numbers. I'm about getting the message out, and I understand the contradictory there. However, moving on. The only two videos that I do not have 100% on as far as click-through, they're very positive messages. They're messages of speaking of finding your own value, your own worth, and highlighting those beautiful, beautiful parts of yourself. They're a positive message. And the collective is feeling so stagnant. I don't know another word. It's old energy. It's old, yucky, dusty, gross energy that is still, there's still that residue within all of us, right? We all still kind of feel, okay, well, I've lived, personally, almost 43 years in this energy of the collective that is, how do I say it? It's more about show, and it's more about what others want to see out of you and being that person than it is about exploring your own depths and becoming a beautiful person that you are, watering your own garden. Now it's let those weeds grow in your garden, right? It's because somebody else thinks it's beautiful. But that's not the energy we're moving into. And the whole point of all this is that if we all shine, it's going to be a very bright world. If we all do the best we can do, become the best versions of ourselves, it's only going to do good for this world. It's only going to bring positivity into this world. But somehow, this is not a message that people want to hear. Because it doesn't feel like it. I get it. It doesn't feel like it. I said by Monday, you'll start feeling it. Here it is Sunday night, and it still hasn't quite showed up. As I'm recording this, the comment is as close to Earth as it's going to get. And I feel like it's taking this old energy out with it and bringing new in with it. The planets back that up too. That the astrology of it all backs it up as well. And, yeah, there's so much I want to say. I'm shocked that, I'm not shocked, I suppose. It's strange to me that the positive messages are not what people want to hear right now. People want to see the dirt. People want to see You know, people fighting and being dramatic, and they want to see fake. Why? Haven't we seen enough of all that? And all the crap going on in the world? Didn't we all know that shit was going on? We just need some verification. And yeah, it's fantastic because now it's hitting mainstream news. And so all those people that thought, you know, you might have been crazy or off your rocker in your life because you said something, you know, like, I don't know, they don't want us to grow our own food. I don't know, any of those things. Like, isn't it strange just what's going on out there? Yeah, it is. But it's really not that strange when you see that it is one system going out, bye-bye, a system that hasn't worked for any of us. It hasn't benefited anybody, right? Our medical system, don't even get me started on that. They're creating clients, more of a business. They're not curing anybody. And it's mind-blowing to me because why? Why would anybody want to live a life of pain, misery? Why would they want that around them? Because why would you want to create that for this? I suppose some do, you know, but is that the kind of energy we want to take with us to the future? I don't know. I don't. I really don't. I appreciate that money can help me put a roof over my children's heads. I appreciate that money, you know, guarantees that they're not going to go hungry. I appreciate just as much, though, that my skills are going to guarantee that they don't go hungry and that they will have a roof over their head. So is it really the money, or is it the skills behind it? Knowing that you will always survive. Knowing that no matter what's thrown at you, you'll get through it. May suck, but you'll get through it. I'd rather live in a world where we all have that skill. We have that skill to help one another, to back one another up, to guarantee that people are not going to go hungry or without or be in lack. I get it. It takes a lot to change something like that. Where do you start? It starts on an individual level. It has to start on an individual level, because if we all come together and we're like, oh, we're all going to be changed, there's going to be those bits of us that we haven't healed. So we'll be triggered by this or triggered by that. Or it just doesn't work out. It will go back to the exact same energy we've been in, we've lived in, we've experienced, we've grew up in, right? This is all about healing. How do you heal? You explore, when you're ready, those certain things within you. When they come up, it's not like you have to go specifically looking and diving deep. The universe is going to point those things out. They're going to make sure that those things come up in your life. You have relationship issues, and there's something within that that's trying to teach you a lesson. You know, and oftentimes it's about reflecting to see why something bothers you. Why does it trigger you? Why do you feel this way? Where do your insecurities come from? You know, why do you justify things all the time? It's that kind of thing. Why do you feel like you have to people please? Put yourself out. You know, this is how we heal. We address those issues. We don't avoid them. It's not about avoidance. It's not about going into somebody else's office every week so they can tell you. Write some stuff down, draw a doodle picture, stick man while you're sitting there pouring your heart out. And then tell you whatever they just told 3 other people. It's not a very individual level. And don't get me wrong. I think therapy is very great for many people. However, if we don't find the strength within ourselves to heal, how can you possibly help anybody else in this lifetime? Here's the thing. We all have different skills. That's the point. Sharpen up your skills. I'll sharpen up mine. The whole collective does that. When we come back together, wow, could you imagine what we could do? This is what we're doing. This is what February is, that bridge to get to that new place. And yes, it's going to take longer than that. Of course it is. It's going to take years. But you have to start somewhere. And the way I see it is we've already started. We started years ago. We've been doing this. Bongo, must you chew on your own paw while I'm doing this? Silly dog. Sorry if you're hearing a dog going, nom, 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 nom. Silly. The whole point of this, oh my goodness, is just, we've been healing on a collective and on an individual level. The collective may not seem like it, but you've got to, when you heal something, we address it. If you look out in the world, we're addressing a lot of these issues. A lot of these issues are coming up so that they can be addressed. Not so they can just simply distract you and, I mean, you get too caught up in anything, you know? What are your passions? What lights you up? That's what we should be getting distracted with. That's what we should be getting caught up in. And I know nobody wants to hear this. This is the thing. Nobody wants to hear another lecture from somebody. Nobody wants to hear what they should be doing. But do we just ignore all that and just, walk around numb, not speaking of anything that's gone on or happened or what we're all personally going through? In my eyes, my very Aries, very blunt eyes, I don't like fake. I don't like fake. I know, I'm wearing makeup, right? It's about as fake as you're going to get from me, though. I don't like fake. I will tell you exactly how I feel and how I see it. And I do care. But if somebody doesn't like what I'm saying, that's on them. They should probably ask themselves, why do you not want to take a look inside yourself? Why do you not want to examine this world? Why do you not want to address the issues? Why do you not want to hear a positive message? Why do you not want to hear about that? I mean, long ago I was listening to this, watching this documentary, and this military man was saying, it's very simple. You have the sheep, lead the sheep, and police the sheep. Right? We have, our society says it's okay. Society says that's the way to be. So we all keep each other in check, right? But sometimes that goes way too far. Like, way too far. To where people don't quite think on their own. I know nobody wants to hear this. I feel like we live in a society that has asked everybody to ignore the beauty within them and be the beauty that is accepted. And if the beauty within you is not what society likes, then a person hides it, right? I've gotten to the point where, people ask me, well, what do you do for work? I read charts. I compare charts. I tell employers whether, somebody would be good to hire just based on the chart. Relationships, is it worth your time and investment? I mean, only you can really say that, but I can give you an insight to whether you're going to spend your time fighting with somebody or possibly getting along. Odds are. When I tell people I do readings, channel things from source, from guides, from my higher self, connect to other people's guides. Oh yeah, you think people are nice about that when I tell them what I do for work? But I don't care, because that's what my gift is. That's where I shine. I shine by being blunt and telling people what they don't want to hear. That's for sure. Not always the favorite person in the room, but I've accepted it. And I've accepted that it's okay that people don't understand or see my point of view. But I'm still going to come on here every day, or most days, and I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you that I think society has had a blindfold over it for so long that they've literally been following each other off the cliff. And it's sad to watch. Those of you that I talk to in the comments are some of the most beautiful souls. Truly, really, some of the most beautiful, talented, gifted souls. Y'all care so much. And it's people like you that are going to make this world shine. It's people like you that are going to bring this new, beautiful future in. You should be proud of yourselves. You should cherish yourselves. And you should really give yourself a pat on the back and appreciate the fact that that's not something that happens very often. Oh my gosh. Oh no, we're falling over. Salem, your tail. You're not a monkey. Literally, this cat. He wraps his tail around everything like he's a dang lemur. You're not a lemur, Salem. He's so big. He's like 20 pound black cat. Why Salem? So I guess I will do the astrology in another separate video. This is my little rant, and I know it's not going to be a popular video, you know? Like, it's crazy. I've never had anybody hit the dislike button until recently. And it happened to be on a message, a positive message, saying not to worry what other people think. Because there's so many people in this world that if you care about what you think about yourself, if you dive deep and you shine a light on your gifts and talents, if you cherish yourself and you understand that you are such a beautiful, gifted soul to even give a shit these days, deserves a dang sticker. I mean, really. Appreciate yourselves. You guys are beautiful and wonderful and amazing. And I'm no different than any of y'all. A matter of fact, y'all probably got it more together than I do, and that's just pure honesty. Okay, I got it together. I really do. I do have it together. It's the people in a person's life that can make you feel like you don't have it together, because it's not the way they would go about it. And you know, it's taken years. It's literally taken years to have the people that are the closest to me say, oh, wow, you did learn something. Oh, wow, you did stick to some. Oh, wow. And now I'm like their little pocketbook astrologer. But a year ago, a couple months ago even, it was just Angie's playtime. Stick with it. Don't care what other people... Prove them wrong. Show them. And it's not about proving anybody wrong. I take that back. It's about showing them that it's possible. It's possible to love what you do. To not have to go somewhere and come home and be miserable because you got to get up and do it all again the next day. If we all found what we loved, because we're all so different, it would all be different things. If we all just dove into what we were talented and good at and what our passions, what drove us, could you imagine what people would do if they were passionate about it? Could you imagine somebody making a plate of food for you at a restaurant that's passionate about making that food? Versus somebody who does not want to be there. They're angry. They're having, issues because they're only there for the paycheck. What do you think that food's going to taste like? And it's a vibration. It is. If we've learned anything, it's a vibration. It's a frequency. This is the point. Is that when yes, it's messy at first, because we all have to find our place and we all have to find the system that works. But we all know that this one doesn't. It hasn't. Sure, it might do, but it's not helping. It's not progressing us as a human race. You know? Because technology isn't everything. Salem, what are you doing? Oh, this cat. This is truly, about finding our passions, diving deep into them, loving our own life again, being excited to wake up and live and do what we gotta do. That's what it's about. But the only way we do that is by looking in the frickin' mirror and loving and appreciating the person you see looking back at you. And it takes time. It takes time. I remember the first time I looked in the mirror and did some affirmations. Looking in the mirror and telling myself that I love myself, that I'm talented, I'm gifted, all those things. Man, it felt weird. It felt weird, and it took a couple of weeks for me to really be okay with that. What really did it for me is seeing my 9-year-old daughter watch me do it, and then having her do it before she goes to school. You know, I mean, my husband's side of the family runs big boned, and all the females, are very curvy, thick, and it's the body type. It is the body type. No matter, they're all very extremely healthy, very active, right? But it's the body type. And I want my daughter to love herself and not give a shit what some magazine says, what some filter makes her feel, like she's got to be some sort of way. I've got a 18-year-old daughter in the house. She's my oldest daughter. And my daughter-in-law, who is 20, lives here with us as well. And it's taken time for them to love themselves as well and to appreciate themselves. I have to constantly remind them that they need to understand their worth. They're out there working their ass off by choice. They could sit here. Mama would take care of them. But they know their worth. They know they're better than that. To just sit here and have me wait on them and take care of them and do all that. They know that they're capable. They found their confidence, I'm very proud of them. Very proud of them. First job, and my girl's running a gas station all on her own. And yes, I get it. Don't worry, Mama. Make sure she's protected. I'm just saying. I'm proud of her for that. And, we need to start building up our youth. Building up these younger generations. I grew up in the 80s. I was so damn lucky to grow up in the 80s. Because every generation after, my brother is 11 years younger than me. And his generation and younger, just hard. I'm by far the oldest of all my cousins. And to watch them, in their mid-20s. My brother, in his 30s. It's hard. It's tough. Nobody ever taught them how to love themselves. They've known tragedy. They've known a society that's angry. A society that's not trustworthy. A society that's false and fake with all these filters, and then you see somebody in real life and you don't even recognize them. It builds that self-consciousness in all genders, all ages, you know, and it's important that we really start taking care of our youth, because that's the key right there. It's understandable why there's so many people losing their damn minds out there. It really is. Because I know I'm from the 80s, and my Generation X, man, I think, right? I'm Generation X. But, you know, we grew up messed up. You know, that's a lot of trauma in my generation. There's a lot of people my age, clients my age that I have or older, and man, some of the stuff that they've gone through is just, oh man, it's heartbreaking. You know, I look back at my past and my childhood, and it's just like, wow. You know, and those were the days that shit got ignored. It just got ignored. We don't talk about it, right? Kind of thing. And even these days, when I was going through like my dark night of the soul and healing all the really deep stuff that I had suppressed, even talking to my parents about it, there's an amount of denial there, right? There's a huge amount of denial there because, and I understand, because as a parent, to not know something like that would, oh my God, that would shatter me. To know that it was going on and I was just right there, I wouldn't, no. So it's important we pay attention to our youth, to the children, right? It's important that we pay attention to each other, the generations that are younger than us. There is a major need to help people on a mental level, on an emotional level. And to really understand, to help people understand, to help everybody's no matter what you've been through, you don't compare, right? There's no comparison. We can't compare one tragedy with another, right? It's all equally as tragic to the person who lived through it. So no matter what a person feels, like, oh, you're just playing the victim. Like, you weren't in their shoes. You don't know what they went through. Like, it could have yeah. You know, I found out this crazy statistic, this fact, whatever you want to, not statistic, fact. That, and it blows my mind, okay? I probably shouldn't even say it. And I've been through both. So it's not like I'm just trying to talk out of my arse. That ignoring a person releases the same chemicals in your brain as like a domestic violence kind of situation. Crazy, right? It still blows my mind. And I mean, this was through Science magazine, so Forbes. I think it was through Forbes. It was a while back, but anyhow, this is a 30-minute video of me literally just speaking some thoughts that have been in my mind. I probably shouldn't post it because people don't like to hear that shit. People don't want to hear others' thoughts, especially when they're quiet and I'm not doing some big show like, hey, everybody, how you doing today? Oh my gosh, we're going to give a giveaway. And today I've got some lights. Oh my goodness. I just can't with the fake shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. There's a reason why we all stopped watching TV, right? It's because it's just a bunch of actors that truly have more fricked up lives than we do. You know, money does not buy happiness. It buys a lot of mental issues and a lot of untrustworthy friends is what it does. But it can also change the world in a beautiful way, depending on the holder, depending on the user. Alright, so I probably won't post this video. This was a risky video to post, and that's sad. It's unfortunate, you know. they have us, they have us psychologically figured out. They really do. Because, see, just being straight up honest, every time I lose a subscriber because of a video, it's like, maybe I shouldn't. My hopes is that I keep it real and I'm who I am. I speak my true, honest thoughts. I don't censor myself. And I'm just who I am. And the right people will come. Right? And if I lose every single subscriber because of my honest truth, then maybe I wasn't meant to do this. However, I do know that I was meant to do something like this. I want to help. I want to help others heal. I want to help others understand that it's okay to be themselves. Like that's the best thing to be, is yourself. To embrace yourself. That's where you find your happiness. You find your happiness in accepting yourself, embracing yourself. When you start embracing who you are and shut out everybody else's opinion of you. I mean, yeah, sure. There's some that it's helpful to have other people bring things to your attention, because we're not always able to see those things. And this is Aquarius season, so having that group effort, that social aspect of it, those friends, those family, to be able to hear what their opinion is or their advice is something that, yeah, take it in. But at the end of the day, do what you feel is right. Do what you feel. Not do it because somebody else feels that it's right. Not do it because you feel like you have to do it, because otherwise you're going to let somebody down. Right? That's the whole point about me unsure to post this video, is because I don't want to let anybody down. I don't want to say the wrong thing and then be like, oh, she's not who I thought she was. I mean, I've been pretty clear. And these last few videos, I've been me. That's who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am. I have a sailor's mouth. It's really hard, like, to be so proper sometimes, because I have a sailor's mouth. And I am very, very animated when I talk. I get told a lot, calm down, calm down, calm down. It's like, what? But I am calm. I'm just excited. I'm an excited person. I like to be animated, and my voice is, that's how I show my emotion, through my, storytelling. I don't want to be, I'm not a monotone person. To be real. I'm a multi-dimensional person. We all are. We all have that little bit of us, that some more than others. There's definitely those earth signs out there that like to be, that are very fixed in their energy. This is what it is. This is who I am, and this is how it goes. They fold their socks just so. They have a place for everything, right? And it's awesome, because you could help me organize someday. That's what I told my husband. My husband's a Virgo. He's Virgo. He's like on that cusp, Virgo, Libra, and man, his drawers compared to my drawers, it's very clear. But it's beautiful, we've got to appreciate the differences. We balance each other. That's the thing, is that I don't want to be around people that are exactly like me. Right? I don't. I want to be around people who are the opposite of me, who balance me, teach me something. I might learn something, right? And of course, yes, I love people that are similar to me and like-minded, of course. But I'm not gonna. I feel like the universe brings certain things to us because that's what we need in our life at that time, right? Because we can learn a lesson, even if the person is complete opposite as us. I don't know. All right. Well, like I said, we'll see if this gets posted or not. I just got to be brave and just do it sometimes because this is what I feel. It's what I feel. It's what I think. I just like to speak my mind. And I would love to do more videos and bring you guys more videos. You know, like I said, I've got 6 kids in my care. Although, you know, one of them is 20, 2 of them are 19, 3 of them are 19 now, because my son just had a birthday. 18, one will be 17 on the 3rd, my son, my baby boy, and then my daughter just turned 9. It's a good house full. But I do have a daughter-in-law and a son-in-law living here with me, so yeah. And it's awesome. It's cool. But I can't always break away and do the videos the way I would like to. Like right now, I'm in my daughter's room because she decided to fall asleep in my room. She misses Daddy right now, so he's not here. Excuse me. My point is that if I could just turn on the microphone and not worry about I know, podcast, right? I just want to be able to share my thoughts more often. I really do. I just don't feel sometimes that people truly want to hear my thoughts. Because I'm going to tell you how it is. Or at least how I see it. Alright, so, I will be back with an astrology report, and for those of you that made it to the end, I did get my webcam. I'm getting that all handled, and this week I will be getting that all set up, so hopefully we will be able to do some live readings soon, and do a couple lives, so I can show you guys that end of it, because I have yet to even bring that to you guys with the charts and the synastry charts where I compare charts. So, like, I could tell you, you know, what to work on as a couple, like what the challenges could be, etc. Or if you guys should just stay far, far away from each other, or you guys are just never going to be able to apart because you're just that in sync. Synastry, right? Okay. This is fun. Love you all. Love her room. And I'll see you in the next video. Much love.